Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I'm here to make some cards. I want to make some cards using the beautiful dragonflies that I had gotten from Beebeecrafts. If you don't know about them, in the description box below you'll find a discount code as well as the link to those products. And there's a it's a huge amount of dragonflies, and you saw me make already some earrings using the dragonflies, and now I'm going to be making some cards because I know that a lot of you like making cards. So I thought it'd be fun, and I will be doing these to put in my Etsy store. So there's going to be a set of 6 cards, and I found some envelopes that I had, and there are, if I'm not mistaken, 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm thinking of making the cards 5 by 3 1/2. So 3 1/2, that means 7. So we'll cut out the paper. These are just some cardstock that I found at the dollar store, so very inexpensive, which is great. So if I want it this, I want it at 7, and then I want it at 5, and like so. I could have just gone with the thing, but I would have to put the extension, and I really don't want to put the extension to this. But so, however, I will add the handle, because every time I don't take the time of putting the handle, I hurt myself. Like I snap my fingers or something, and it's just not fun. So I will, and then I'm gonna keep these because sometimes I have sentiments that I want to stamp, and these would be useful for that. So that's why I'm gonna keep them, because I'm always looking for little scraps of white, and might as well just have them, right? So the 5 I can do without it, but I need the 7 mark. So I'll go 7. I'll do the 7 first, and then put it 5. So I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but it was raining, like big downpour just before. It was super humid yesterday. We're presently Sunday, and you're gonna be seeing this tomorrow. So it was super humid yesterday, but beautiful. And for the first time I went in the pool, like I've never been in the pool so early on in the season. So I was really happy that my husband had gotten it ready ahead of time, because it was just a perfect pool weather already. And I have started my garden. I wasn't quite sure that I really wanted to start my garden yet, and then I needed some potting mix for my orchids. And so I figured, oh, well, let me just stop at Botanics, which is our plant store close by, and I'll just, you know, I'll just go and check it out and get the potting mix I need. Well, wouldn't you know it, of course, you know, checking it out, I just had to end up with a bunch of plants. So I'm like, well, I'm not sure I want to put them right away in the house, outside, because, you know, they might freeze or whatever. So I repotted a lot of the fine herbs into my house, because I didn't, a lot of them had died by now, and so I like having fresh herbs in the house, and it's kind of nice if they grow from in the house, because then they don't, you know, it's easier for them to get used to the house. So I did that, and I did plant some kale and some Swiss chard, because that is frost hardy. But then I was discussing to my husband, and he's like, oh, he checked the weather, and he goes, it's not going to be, there's not going to be a cold nights enough anymore that it's a problem. So I'm like, okay, well, this morning, I'm like, let me just go and get some potting soil, because I bought some more green stalks this year. I don't know if you know the company Greenstock, but they're based in the US and they have amazing containers for container gardening. And so I invested in 2 new towers. I had the big ones. I invested in 2 of the smaller, not as deep ones that are going to be perfect for lettuce and that sort of thing. So I invested in those, but now I needed potting soil for them. So I went back to Botanics to get some potting soil, and yeah, I didn't just get potting soil. I got a bunch of flowers, as well, a bunch of other fine herbs, and some Lebanese cucumbers, and some zucchinis. So that's what happens. I can't go to those stores without purchasing a bunch of different things. It's just like impossible. So yeah, I did that this morning, and I was super happy that I went when I went, because then it started pouring rain and it would not have been fun to be out and about in that. But it was just the perfect time when I went. And now all my plants are all outside and it totally poured on them. And once I'm finished with the few videos that I want to do, then I'll go and play again in the dirt, because that's my happy place right now, is put my hands in the dirt and just enjoying the outdoors after being cooped up for so long. It just feels amazing. So yeah, for somebody that didn't want to have a big garden this year, I don't know what's gonna happen. Once I get started, it's kind of like almost impossible for me to stop. Like, I want more. So I'm trying to be reasonable and not do as much. But it is difficult. I have to admit, it is difficult. So I will see how that goes. But I do know that my green stalks did amazing for beans. So I want to plant some beans. I found 2 little pots that had yellow beans in them. And so those are already started, which is great. And then I'll plant my own as well from seeds. But at least the ones that I've got, those will grow pretty quickly, because they're already, grown partially. So that's going to be in the green stalk, because I love having green beans and yellow beans and all those beans in as a vegetable when they're fresh with just a bit of butter. Oh my god, it's so good. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's just, there's something special about going and picking them in your own garden that I cannot explain to you guys. You have to be a gardener, I guess, to feel it. So if you see that my nails are not fully clean, it's because I've been playing in the dirt, and no matter how much I clean them, there always seems to be some dirt left. So that's why. Now I have 3 already. I want 6, and I do want them to be the same, so I guess these are going to be a little bit shorter, because that's just the way the paper is. It's a bit thinner, and if I don't do it that way, then I'm not going to have enough for the 6 to be the same. I really want them to be the same. So I pulled out, I like, when I sell cards in my Etsy store, I like to have them a little bit special, and so I've pulled out some papers that I had done, which I totally adore and I haven't used yet. And it's these here, these sprayed papers, and they're all stitched, and I just love them so much, and I've been hoarding them. And I figured it's time to just put it on cards. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm just going to put this part down first. I've got these flowers here. They're stickers that I got at the dollar store, which I thought would be very pretty on top of this. Like on top of, I figured I was going to use just a tad, little bit of this and then put that. My question though is how I'm going to put the dragonfly. Will I put it directly on here? I've pulled out this twine here that I had in my stash. I have a lot of twine and I don't use it a lot, so it's time that I start using it. But I always hate trying to find where the tail is. Okay, there it is. So maybe I could do it directly on there and then I'll see, I guess. So I'll start off by putting down this piece on all of the cards and then I'll take it from there, I guess. So you might hear some rain, but I'm seeing the sun wanting to come out, which would be amazing because if it does, you know where I'm going. I'm going to be going outside to play in the dirt and get some energy out of the earth and the plants and everything. I just, oh, I love spring for that so much. When everything comes alive again. And it's just so funny because I've left my pots outside and I was looking into one of them yesterday and I'm like, there's strawberries growing in there and I have no clue where they came out from because the strawberries are completely at the opposite end of the garden. So clearly some animal ate the strawberries and then brought it to the pot, or something happened of that nature type thing, because yeah. So now I have, which is great because some of the strawberries didn't come up this year, so now at least I can use I can do that and can take it from that pot and repot it in the other place where it's supposed to be. Also bought spearmint because supposedly squirrels don't like it. And I do, the bad thing with spearmint is great, but at the same time the bad thing is it just like takes over so much. But since the kale goes up and the spearmint goes out and it's more like ground, then I should be okay, I guess. We shall see. So now, because yesterday when I got the kale, I didn't think of getting the spearmint. So today that's what I did. And I made some marks and I can't find them anymore. And that always happens. Okay, I found one. And I found the other. Kind of. I had found it and I lost it again. Okay, there it is. I should make my mark in another color than pencil, I guess, to make it easier. Okay, and then I want it, don't want the edge because it's a little bit broken. I'm gonna cut it. Okay, and then just gonna cover off the edge. I'm glad I'm going to be using this paper. It's been in my bin of papers to use for too long now. So it's going to be nice to actually use it up. I'm going to keep those little pieces and try to use those in either journaling out of the box or something else of the kind, or ATCs or something like that. Okay, so it's a good thing I had another piece because I'm not making as many as I thought I would with this. So I would have run out. So it turned out good. Whoops, more like this one. Okay, so I've got all my pieces for now. What I need to figure out is how I'm going to put the twine. So I guess it's going to depend on the size of the paper underneath. It's a bit long. Just going to cut it slightly. Okay. Here we go. That's going to be awesome. Like that. Now, I was thinking of just putting the flower like on one of those, and then, as I said, use some of the bigger dragonflies. Okay, so let's see. So maybe 3 with one dragonfly and 3 with the other type of dragonfly. That would be pretty. Because those are the bigger ones. These can go on earrings, but kind of want the bigger ones to be on these cards. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so there's that. Now for this, do I put the twine like in the dragonfly? Is that gonna look strange? Am I better off putting a little ring that I put the twine through? Pull out some of the little rings behind them. So I need 3. And I need my pliers, not these. Okay. So. Okay, so I'm thinking that it might be fun to just do, like I said, the twine on top. And to just have the little dragonfly hanging from the twine. So what if I was to do, so I want to tie it back in the front. Whoops. You could actually go through the same spots. So I think that would be a good size. So I'm just gonna, I'm lazy, I don't want to have to do this again, so I'm just going to do all my 6 pieces now so that I don't have to measure again. Oops. Or oops. 5 and 6. Okay. Now I just want to take a little picture of what's going on so that I can post it on Instagram and share it with you guys on Sunday. So try to just so I have something to share with you guys. Okay, so we've got all of this little things, the little twines, and we can just have fun and assemble these. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this through. Actually, I was thinking of putting this through, and then as I'm coming back, I can again put this through. Not sure if it's gonna work, but I won't know if I don't try, right? So put that through again. And then put it through again. And if I was to do this, I wonder if I have enough to make a little bow. Whoops! Okay, before I put it in, like I glue it down, I'm just gonna make the top part to see if I'm gonna like this or not. Because once it's all glued down, it's gonna be very difficult to go back. So I just want one little piece. I don't want it too big. So I need to do this. I was thinking of putting this like so, or the other way, it depends on the flower, I guess. So then I could put this, for example. I think that's really pretty. I think that's very pretty, but I'm thinking it would be prettier if I had a little bit of this on top. So because I find it a bit naked the way it is. I think I might have cut my mark. Oh no, I didn't. It's right there. Okay. Obviously the pieces are not glued together, they're stitched, so they do raise up, and so I'm just gonna glue that down so that it doesn't go up. Then I can put my flower back on. Yes, I much prefer that. And then I would put this on top of that. Oh yes, much better. Definitely. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So then I'm just gonna go around this and really glue the twine down so that it doesn't move. And then add that piece. I could have made my life a little bit easier if I had not left the flower there, but anyway, it's okay. So here's the first card. I really love how it turned out, so quite happy with this result. Okay, so just gonna glue this down a bit. And let's see if I don't put it through. And I just put it through once instead. I think I prefer it through more times. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do that for the other one, but this one, because it has the eyelet and it's pretty big, that ring, and it's pretty big, I feel like it kind of needs it. But I won't put the tail this time through it. So I'll keep it so that it's like separate from my little bow. If I can make my bow. Not easy. I guess it's not going to be a bow. I can't tie it properly. I can't seem to make the knot tight enough. Okay, maybe like that. Okay, so I'll put that down. And my little dragonfly still has movement, which is cool. But I think I will put a little dab of a little super tape there just to keep it from moving all over the place. And my Suquan tape roll is all undoing itself, so that's not helpful. I don't know why it does that for the thin one. But anyway, so I'm just gonna put this here and kind of put the twine on top. Okay, so that it doesn't move quite as much. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this. Like that. Go. Now, which of the flowers will I use on this one? They're all so pretty. Yeah. I like that. Okay, next one. And it's the last one with those little things, those little rings. Okay, so do that. Then through the ring. And then through the ring. And I think I'm just going to do a knot on that one. And that will be it. I want them a little bit different, close to being the same but not quite. So I'll just leave the tails like so. Okay, and then I will put this over here. Go. And I'm going to cut this here. This piece is all wrinkled, so I'm going to remove that. And I don't waste. I still have a bigger piece, but I won't really need it. So this one is a little bit bigger, and it would be probably better with a bigger flower. So that's what we're gonna do. And so there we go. I need to stitch more paper like this because this was such a fun process and it made such a great background, especially since the sprays are all shimmery. It really is awesome. And you can see like they're really shimmery. My hands are getting purple. Okay, so put that down. So it's either that one or this one. I think it's going to be this one. And voila. I'm loving these cards so much. As you know, I love dragonflies, so to me, like, this is just the perfect embellishment for a card. I really love these charms. Why did I do it that way? I did it too fast, and that is going to create issues for myself. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Then just gonna just gonna choose that. Do a knot here. Whoops. I want all my twine to be together when I do my knot. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to put thread through the little dragonfly, which is the usual way I do this when they have a little hole like that. I can put both together. There's 4 threads and it's not helpful. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna cut the tail, glue this down. Here we go. And then maybe I could put it sideways. And I'm going to use this piece because of the fact that it's sideways, so because I like the writing to be on the right side. I know it makes no difference, but it's just the way I am. I just like it to be like that. So this way the writing is going to be on the proper side. Like it's like this, and it's not like yeah, it's not like the, anyway. Like if I had done it this way, the writing would be like that. I like the writing to be in the sense of the piece I'm putting down, so. Hopefully I made sense. Oh. Okay, oh, I don't want to put that right way. I want to put this on top first. And I don't need to create more issues for myself. And voila. So we've got 2 last ones to do. Okay. How did I manage to cut 1 extra? I don't understand. I guess I didn't count the first one I had cut. And do the last one. So that's the fiddly bit. Just putting that thing on. That twine. Like so. Okay. Now we can do this. And we're at the last easy steps. Here we go. Okay, and then I have 2 left. So I love purple, I love dragonflies, I love flowers, so there's like really nothing in this project that I don't like. It's kind of fun. I love when things come together this way. I really adore the cards that I've made. I think they're gonna make a really fun set for somebody. So then put that down. I think this one, it's a nice contrast. I like the yellow with this. Okay, and then this one is gonna have that piece. And cut it here. Oops, like so. Here we go. And then I think I want to use this one for that one. And we've got the set of 6 cards. So I hope that this has inspired you to go and make some cards. I love using papers that I've made myself. I just think it makes them more unique, and it's just fun. And it's a great way of using some things that you have around the house. Like this paper was from a dictionary, actually a big encyclopedia that I had gotten free at a garage sale. So really amazing. And so yeah, and I think it makes some really fun cards. Of course, it takes a little bit of time because you will have had to make the paper, but if you make quite a few and have it in your stash, then you're good to go for when you feel the inspiration comes. So that is it, guys. I love you so much, and see you soon. Bye.